Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, June 8th, 2023, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So welcome and hello. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time watching or you're coming back, thank you very much. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator 21 years now, and I do this as my full-time job. So thank you very much for watching this video on YouTube and Facebook. Both are very helpful to me, so thank you very much. As you come on, you can make a comment, say hi, ask a question, let us know how the weather is where you are. And that actually just making that comment on YouTube or Facebook will help me. So thank you for doing that. Also, feel free to give thumbs up, likes, subscribes, follows, etc. That all helps me as well. I saw Linda Mansky was the first one on here commenting this morning on Facebook. Good morning, Linda in Mansfield. She says it's a good day. Xana, good afternoon over in the UK. Marcia, good morning. Hey, Lori in Minnesota. Fran, good morning. Hello. Linda Carver. I'm losing my place. Good morning, Lori. Liked and sharing. Thank you, Lori. Facebook user. Let's see. Oh, yes, I am doing great today. Thank you very much, Santa. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Let's see. Sunshine here. Who said that? Xana. Denise in Colorado. Good morning to you. Janet in North Carolina. Sunny, North Carolina. Having breakfast, saving, and watching for later. Linda in Colorado. Is that Terry? No, Denise in Colorado. Sorry, I can't see all the names on this one side. I have to look over there for some of the names. Terry, there you are. Hello, my friend. Sandy, good morning. Stacy in in South Florida. I thought it was going to say sunny Florida. Marcia says, make sure you hit the thumbs up next to the live chat. Yes, please, over on YouTube. And Stacy shared, thank you. Yes, Xana, I am live in 3 places: YouTube, my business page, and my VIP Facebook group. Hey, Pat. Hey, Corinne. Thanks for sharing. And one more, Jackie. Good morning. Okay, so let me remind you guys in not that one, in YouTube later today, I will add timestamps in the video description. So you'll click more or show more down in the video description after I've added those, and you will be able to skip around to the parts you want to see. And yeah, I guess that's all I need to say about that. Oh, and I'll add a link over here tomorrow on the 9th to go and check out my tutorial store. And that will also take you to my blog, stamptherapist.com, where you can check stuff out as well. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say, when you comment on the video, say hi, whatever, on either platform, you will be entered to win the cards I'm going to make today. I'm using the Inked and Tiled bundle, which comes with 2 punches, but it's this stamp set here, and I will show everything when I get started stamping later. But first, I do this as a full-time job, so I'm going to tell you about my events that I have coming up. So when I offer my events, they're for anyone in the United States. You can all take them to go. Some are offered in person locally in addition. They're all going to include your PDF tutorial. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the class description. You do cut your own designer paper and kit components. You can get the tutorials only anywhere in the world. And yeah, that's pretty much what I offer in my classes and events. And the first events I have coming up to tell you about are my monthly classes. I do 4 classes every month. Anyone can take: card class, scrapbook class, stamp stack class, and sampler class. So card class and scrapbook, well, first of all 4 happen in person on the same day on June 24th this month in DeSoto, Texas. And they will be mailed by June 26th if you take it to go. You can also pick these up from me. There's lots of options. So you need to register by June 22nd for card and scrapbook, and they are while supplies last. For card class, we will be using the Beautiful Balloons bundle and the Sending Smiles stamp set and dies for our 4 cards. So it's 4 cards for $15, free with a $20 order. Then for scrapbook class, we will make 3 12 by 12 pages for $15, free with a $20 order. They're both priced the same. And we will be using the for scrapbook, bottom picture, So Refreshing bundle, Sweet Citrus set and dies, and the Beautiful Balloons bundle. So we'll make a couple of pages. Well, actually, I don't know which is which yet, but we make 2 pages that match and 1 that doesn't match. So the themes are summer and July 4th. And then next month in July, we'll make the matching page plus 2 new ones. So anyway, summer and July 4th are our themes. So register by June 22nd while supplies last for those 2 classes. Then the next 2 classes I'm offering on the same day, same dates and mailing dates and everything, are my clubs. You can take them individually, but the clubs are scrapbook, Stamp a Stack, and Sampler. I don't know why I'm stumbling over those today. Stamp a Stack and Sampler. For Stamp a Stack, it's 12 cards. You're going to use the inked and tiled bundle. Guess what? Those are the cards I'm going to make today on the video. And then for Sampler, we'll use the Zany Zoo bundle. And you see those products there. So I want to make sure everybody knows these prices are increasing next month in July. So join this month, join the club, take the class. You'll get the lowest price ever that will exist because I've never changed the prices on these classes. I don't think I have. I might have raised. No, I don't think I have ever changed these prices. Anyway, so Sampler is a 12 by 12 gorgeous home decor piece. The class includes over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything for you and give you the PDF tutorial. You cut your own designer paper. And when you're a club member, after 6 consecutive months, you get $25 in free merchandise of your choice from me. You can cancel the club anytime. So current pricing is $28 for club members. You get over 20 in merchandise. It's an incredible deal. And $30 for non-club members if you just want to take it one time. The cat just jumped up here. And then Stamp a Stack is 12 cards for $30 for club members, $32 for non-club members. And 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each, over $20 in merchandise. She heard a noise. And PDF tutorial, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss, you cut your designer paper. So those are the current prices. If you join the club today or by this month in June, you will be locked into those prices forever until you cancel the club, which you can cancel at any time. You can be in 1 month and be like, this is not for me, and cancel. We do give periodic gifts, by the way, as well. And then you get the free 25 after so many 6 months. Okay. So, the new pricing is $35 a month for each class. $35, which is still an incredible deal. 12 cards, over 20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. $35, and then same for Sampler. So, any questions on that, let me know. I have an email going out tomorrow morning reminding you and explaining of the price change. And of course, this is due to price increases with, paper and stuff. So obviously it's a needed increase. But I would like anyone who's already a club member is locked into the old pricing, and anyone who joins this month will be locked in. So I want to offer that to you first. Okay, let's see. Good morning, sunshine, to Robin. Hey, Joni, good morning. Got some Facebook users over here. Linda Hooper, hey, good to see you. Cindy Dotson in Rhode Island. Mary Ann, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Julie, good to see you. Good morning. Xana, what did I say that was confusing? I'm not sure what I did. um, hey, Marcella, good morning. Beverly in Central Florida. Hey, Rhonda. Corinne shared. I think I said hi to Corinne and Pat. Then let me scroll back down. Becky, good morning. Darlin, hey, in sunny South Florida. Xana, it's a great price even. Thank you very much, Xana. And Shannon, good morning. Good to see you, Shannon. Okay, so those are those classes. They happen every month. You can come in person. You can take them to go. And hopefully you will love them. All right, next up, let's go shopping bingo. You need to register for this by Sunday. I'm going to put up my sneak peek picture here, and then I'll give you a real sneak peek. But let's go shopping bingo. So let's go shopping is a super cute new stamp bundle. It's actually a whole suite of products called Les Shops, I believe, which I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it, but anyway, you're going to make 4 cards using the Let's Go Shopping bundle. I think they're super cute. And you will get to play bingo and have a chance to win prizes. This happens on Zoom, so anyone in the United States can take this class. And you get to craft along with me. So we play our games at the beginning to give away our door prizes, and then at the end, we craft together. I make all of the cards from beginning to end, and I recommend you go ahead and cut your designer paper up and be ready to go so you can stamp along. The fun part is we all get to chat and give tips to each other and ask questions and all that stuff. So, Cat's being needy again today. So that's bingo. So the deadline to register is Sunday, June 11th. The kit will be mailed by June 22nd, which is earlier than normal. So it should get to you in time. We've only had like a couple people each time the last 2 bingos that didn't get their packet in time. They got it like the next day. So I'm mailing it sooner. And don't worry if you don't receive it. I just text or email you a bingo card and you're good to go. And then Zoom is on June 29th. Okay, so hopefully I said everything about that. Make sure you guys register. Sweet Kitty, yes. Lisa, yes. Hey, good morning, Lisa. And Linda is saying hello to you, Brittany. Hello, Sweet Kitty. Exciting day in Texas. Have a great day crafting. And hello, Kitty. Yes, Terry. Thanks for sharing, Xana. Okay, coming soon, I am going to have an online class with Alejandra in July. So I just want to pre-announce so you can get excited and be ready to register. We're going to figure out our details and announce that. It will be online only where we will mail you the kit and you complete it at home, kind of like my Stamp-A-Stacks and all that. But just want you to know we're collaborating on another class and it will be coming in July. And then in August, you will be able to take the retreat in person or to go. We are using the Cheerful Daisies bundle and Kindest Expression stamp set, April McCrite and I, for this retreat. There's those 2 bundles and stamp set there at the top. And then you make over 10. Let me start over. You make 10 or more make and takes. You get a $50 goodie bag, you get a physical bag, you get gifts, you get the PDF tutorials. And if you choose to join us in person in Temple, Texas, you get all that, plus use our stamps, take the classes and use our stamps for those, borrow our dies and punches and stamps for your own crafting, an 8-foot table, a bed, meals. It's amazing. So you can join us in person for that in August in Temple, Texas, August 10 through 13 at Rockin' Our Retreats. Or you can take it to go, of course. The link is not out yet. We just haven't had time to get those finalized, but it's coming. And then within that retreat, we will be offering 2 classes. I went the wrong direction here. April's class is the inked and tiled class where you will make several note cards and envelope size cards. It's a Stamp-A-Stack. And then my class is the Crafting with You bundle. And we're going to make cards and a sampler, which I think is going to be amazing. let me show you. I made this for an upcoming thing I have. Where did I put it? Right here. The Crafting with You bundle. This is what it can do. It's amazing. So not only for stamping crafters, although it is for us, we have our die cut machine, scissors, all kinds of stuff that we use, a paper trimmer, come on. But people who sew, people who knit, people who paint. So there's a ruler down here. I made mine silver on this sample. There's a basket. Like, it's a very versatile bundle of products. So this is what I'm using for my retreat class. So yes, you'll be able to only take my class, only take April's class, only take the retreat, or mix and match any way you want. But I think this class is going to be awesome. So just want to promote that, give myself a little plug there. Anyway, all those links are coming. So mark your calendars for that. And then, of course, January 28th, 2024, you can cruise with April McCright and I out of Galveston, Texas, on Harmony of the Seas and craft the whole time. So join us for that. The registration is out there. You can get whatever cabin you want. So the pricing will be based on what cabin you choose. The crafting is an optional add-on. So you can bring all your family members, all your friends. They can all use our group rate, which is going to be cheaper than any Royal Caribbean rate. And so they'll save money. Cruises are amazing. If you haven't been on a cruise before, first of all your meals, your hotel, everything for the vacation is in one price. So it's literally all you can eat, basically 24/7. You will gain weight if you don't watch it. I know from experience. And there's free entertainment. There's all types of free stuff in addition to all the crafting we'll be doing. The craft room is open 24/7. The classes are self-paced. That way you are not tied down. Oh, I really want to see this show or do this game or play this trivia or have this meal at this time, but Jennifer has a class going on. No, we leave it open 24/7 for you, and we just answer your questions. Okay, so any questions on any of that, let me know. I see a couple questions here. Let me just go back and make sure I didn't miss anything else. Kelly says, love retreats. Pat, good morning. Pat shared, thank you. Helen, good morning. I missed a lot of people on the group. Okay, so Darlin, what time is bingo? 6:30 p.m. Central. 6:30 p.m. Central. And that's a hard start time due to the games. You want to be there on time if possible. And Julie says, do you have to have that stamp set? So to make the lace shops, it's totally up to you. If you don't have it, many people take my bingos and do not own the stamps that I use, and they just substitute. And while we're there, I'm like, so what did you make? I'll just use Robin as an example. What did you make, Robin, with whatever stamps you're using? And they will show it, and you can't even tell it was supposed to be something else. It's amazing. So, Julie, hopefully that answers your question. If you don't have it, you just use whatever you want and substitute. And then others will be like, oh, I ordered it. It's coming later. I'm going to wait and make my projects later. So I'm not grading people on stamping during the bingo, if that makes sense. And a lot of people actually leave during the stamping portion. They're like, thank you. It was fun. I'm going to go have dinner now or whatever. So hopefully that answers that question. Okay. Make sure you're on my email newsletter which you can join in the video links now up here on Facebook, down here on YouTube. I have links to, I'm testing my hand camera. So far it's working. I have links to join my newsletter, and at 1 p.m. today, you will get an email with a recap of this video along with links to sign up for any classes that I have set up. So everything except the retreat in a box, just because it's not set up yet. Bingo, all that stuff. And then you'll get all my other notifications, basically. And of course, you can unsubscribe at any time if you want. Okay, so specials. Guess what? Anyone can become a stamp therapist and join my team. and get a discount on your own purchases and just get a great deal. So right now you get $155 in merchandise of your choice for only $99. I've got some team pictures up here. We just had an in-person meeting this weekend. Now the top left picture is from 2016. Every time Stampin' Up has a gathering, a lot of us go. It's totally optional, but obviously we went to that on stage. And that's just some of us that were there that got our picture together. Stampin' Up always has these photo ops for us that we can take advantage of if we choose. But the others are from my recent team meeting. Of course, we also gather in virtually on Zoom and do Facebook Lives. And we have challenges and incentives and recognition and all kinds of stuff, which you do not have to take advantage of if you don't want. But anyone can join the team, get the starter kit, and basically, it means two things. You get a great deal. It's always a great deal, but right now it's even greater. You pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, and you choose $155 in anything you want that we currently sell, including the new pre-order items, which I will have here, and I'll show you physically those. I talked about these last week, but I didn't have them here. And including designer paper sale, clearance rack items. So you can maximize that 155 by getting things that are currently cheaper, if that makes sense. As long as it's 155 or less before tax and shipping, you can put it in the kit, except Paper Pumpkin subscriptions, of course. And then you pay $99 plus tax, free shipping. Then you get a discount on all of your purchases through at least October, I believe. I thought I wrote this down. March, April, May, June, July, September. Yes, through at least October. You will see the holiday catalog first and be eligible to order from it first if you choose. Again, you don't have to. You get a discount on every purchase until October that you make through yourself. So if it's a sale item like the designer paper, we get our discount on top of that sale and so on. Any questions, let me know. It is a great deal. There really are truly no strings attached. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to do parties. You don't even have to get your discount. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you don't have to. And some people don't. So, and you, of course, can continue to be my customer as well and take my classes when you get that starter kit. If you've been a demonstrator before, yes, you can get it again. No rules against that. So, Carol will watch replay taking hubby to eye appointment. Thank you, Carol. She says your events are always so fun. Thank you so much. Sandy in Minnesota, good morning. Jean in North Dakota. Carol shared. Thank you, Carol in from Connecticut. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. Xana says exciting. Yes. Good. Julie says good morning, Landa. Kelly says best team ever. That's the best comment today, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly just made a post in our team group today. It was like a little funny meme, and it was like, good friends don't let friends do stupid stuff alone. And she was like, I love my crafting friends, which is so true. We do a lot of fun, stupid stuff when we're together as our team. Okay, so we have that special, and then of course we have the designer paper special. So many select designer papers are 15% off through the end of June. So a lot of you, thank you very much, signed up for my paper share. So pick out your favorites from the paper share that are on sale and grab them this month if you want the full packs. I can show this down on when I point the camera down as well. But 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 13 designer papers on sale, including one that's not in the catalog, that's online only. I forget where it is on here, but the right there, Hello Irresistible, which is gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to point the camera down now, and it's like I got a lot of stuff there, so it looks like a mess. And so far, so good on my camera not being delayed like last week. I have no clue what was causing that. But I restarted my phone. I don't know. That's really the only thing I did. I restarted my phone and I tested it again because I didn't know what else to do. I think it was just a weird technical glitch we were having last week. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff I wanted to show you here. I have some swaps, some new product, and some other new product, and of course my ordering special and a card I received in the mail. So let me start with this new product here. So I have a ton of new products since the annual came out that I have not shown on video, but at this point, I'm like, it's a little late to be showing off new product. However, these items here I did want to specifically show on a video because I think they're really cool. And the main thing about these dies that I wanted to show, they're called patchwork pieces, is that they are different size than I thought. I just assumed these were the size of the front of a card. But here is a card, and here's the size of these dies. So there's nothing wrong with that. It was just different than I expected. So I wanted to show y'all. And what they are is when you die cut these out, it cuts all these individual pieces and puts the little stitch marks, and then you patch them back together. So whether you cut 2 or more designs of designer paper and piece them together, or colors of cardstock, or I thought it could be really cool to stamp an image and then die cut it out and piece it back together. But that's what these are for. They're called patchwork pieces. So I will measure it for you. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting, the size. It's about a little more than 3 inches by about 4.5 inches each one. There's 2 of them. One is like almost like a starburst, and one's almost like sun rays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 sections of the sort of the sunburst one. That's in the new annual catalog, patchwork pieces. So I thought I would show that. And then I just wanted to show the Bright and Beautiful Memories and More card pack, as well as the Bright and Beautiful Memories and More cards and envelopes, because I think they're gorgeous and they match up with the beautiful balloons suite or bundle, whatever you want to call it. So the designer paper in this set does not have balloons in it, but the cards do. These cards and envelopes. I don't know where this popped out of. Anyway, so I'm just going to flip through these real quick and show you guys. So these Memories and More cards and envelopes are I was reading Linda's comment. Beautiful cards, but love seeing the kitty, especially when she stared into the camera. Yes, glad. She just actually walked up to my legs again, but she's just laying on the floor. Hey Margie, good morning. Okay. I don't know if I was saying something else, but I'm just going to flip through these cards real quick so you guys can see, because of course in the catalog you cannot see at all how awesome they are. What I was going to say, I remember these are 3x4 and the big ones are 4x6, and they do fit into our scrapbooking system. The pocket pages that are 6x8, and then they have pockets that are these 2 sizes. But a lot of people use these to make cards by either just putting them on a normal size card, cutting them up, whatever, or using these note cards that I'll show you next. Okay, you get 2 of each design of these 3x4 cards. Look at how cute. And of course, you can mix it with the stamp set and designer paper and make it even better. Fun times, good friends, great memories. We could use that, right, Kelly? You're seriously the best. Some of these are for journaling, but of course, people can just use it as a background. Enjoy today. Some rainbows there. So really gorgeous. If you have not seen these in person, they would make a great class, and I may offer a class eventually where you make projects using these, but I have not planned anything like that yet. Make every day a celebration. So again, when you mix and match this with your, I don't know where the matching one to that one is, with your stamp set and designer paper and bundle, even better. Okay, so then we have all these 4x6 cards. Looks like you get 2 of each. So pretty. The colors in this paper, like in the designer paper, is so pretty. There's a great one you could just cut apart, have today is the day and a journaling piece. There's the back. You can do it. Happy birthday. Congrats, you deserve it. Great for graduation. Yay, you. Okay, and then sticker sheets. Last but not least, sticker sheets. So you're going to get 4 sticker sheets, 2 each of 2 designs. Let me just show each design here. So it's a very bright and cheerful and fun. Ooh, Sue is on her way from Detroit to California for a stamping event. Amazing. That means you can also fly to Texas for a stamping event. Sue. In the future. Yeah, in-person stamping events are so much fun, y'all. It's very watercolory on those envelopes. I thought I had a string, like a hair there. Okay, so these are the Bright and Beautiful Memories and More cards and envelopes. They're sized so that the 4 by 6 cards can just go right on, layer right there, and you're done. You're finished designing. You've made a card. But of course, then you can do all kinds of layering. I'm finished pulling these envelopes out, I assume. I haven't actually taken these out of the package. I assume there's 2 designs. Yes. Oh, wait. Maybe it's 1 design. Okay, 1 design. There's the inside and the back. There's the front. Gorgeous. Let's see how it looks when you fold it over. There's the back folded over. And then 2 designs on the card bases. You can see these gorgeous watercolory type images there. Okay, so those are the 2 new things. I mean, they're not new now, like they've been out since May 1st or 4th or whatever, but just some things that I thought were cool and you guys might want to see in more detail if you haven't seen them yet. And then online exclusives are products that Stampin' Up! Will only carry in the online store. Anyone can purchase. This is a way Stampin' Up! Can release things more timely, follow up on trends faster, cancel something if it's not going to come in time, and replace it with something else, and we won't even know because it's not printed in a catalog, etc. So the online exclusives get released like every quarter, sort of, I don't know, every 3 or 4 months. And before that happens, Stampin' Up! Gives a sneak peek to demonstrators and lets us order those items. So that's what this is. It's a sneak peek of the July online exclusives. So in July, we're going to have even more product online. So just go to my store July 6th, I believe. Yep, July 6th, and see it all. But everything we could pre-order, I have it here. So these are items that any current Stampin' Up! Demonstrator can order with limits, of course. So you can't just order 500 and sell it out. And with our discount, of course. And you can add these to that starter kit right now. So these are the adhesive back snowflake assortment. They look so much better in person than they did on the printout I did. Copper, gold, and white. 3 different styles of snowflakes. So here's one, here's the next, and here's the third. 2 of them are smaller, and the third one is larger. And that's what they look like. Let me put this against a background here. This one's still in the plastic sleeve. You can tell I had opened these up already. So I'll slide that back in, and that's snowflakes. Okay, so adhesive back snowflakes. Customers, if you, that's from my team meeting, if you want to be able to order these and you are not interested in the starter kit, July 6th. Then this designer paper, it's called One Horse Open Sleigh. It's got all of these colors, so many colors in it. It's 6 by 6 and it is gorgeous. So there are scenes like sort of snowy scenes, cabins, trees, snow, bridges, etc. And then there are just patterns on the back. And I don't know that every single one is that way, but to that effect. So I'm showing you front and back here. Again, they're 6 by 6. What red is this? Probably, oh, look at that fox. Sorry, let me find it. It's real red, but it's like a little bit faded. There's some wood grain. That fox is gorgeous, running through a whiteout condition with some trees in the background. Here's some trees with some sort of bluish mountains in the background and a fence down front. And again, see the background is just like a crumb cake pattern. Another tree, sort of winter forest tree scene. And then navy, night of navy, and dots on the back. There's some mossy meadow. This has the cutest deer ever. This other side, it's just a little deer. I don't know if that's a girl or a boy, with huge ears standing in the middle of giant trees. Again, it's just a winter scene. Trees, no greenery, brown trees, and a little deer. And then there's the back, just a pattern with mossy meadow. And then another winter scene and an awesome background. It's just like sort of Sahara sand and grays and whites, and can definitely be wintry. Very masculine on the back. One of my team members pointed out during our team meeting, they were like, it's a great masculine paper on the back, which we always need. Actually, several people were like, yes, we love the masculine aspect. This sheet is sort of like trees, like looking at it from the top. So from the top of the trees down, you just see the trunks and then the ground way down there below, some little footprints. This is, to me, the cutest one. It's a scene of like a little fancy kind of cabin with some Christmas lights on it and the trees. It's all wintry and snowy. They're decorated their door for Christmas. And then the background there, the other side is a nice background. There's some more light, real red. You're getting 4 of each design. So I have 2 and 2 here. Another winter scene, a little fence, or a gate, I should say. Now the cat's attacking me. Some grass stuff down below, but like winter grass, and then trees past the fence line. Gorgeous piece here with just sort of trees in crumb cake and gray. And then the back of that one, another winter scene. So hopefully you guys are liking this. It's not Christmas yet, obviously. We're only in June, but if you want to do Christmas in July, this is for you. That one's a little different. It's still a winter scene, but it's got a yellow sunset almost, or sunrise, one or the other in the background. Really pretty. And then more of a kind of Lost Lagoon type. Yep. Background there. Okay, so gorgeous. This will, by the way, all of this will be while supplies last when it's released. So don't delay. If you're like, OMG, that paper's the best, or any of it's the best, order it on day 1, unless you can get it now. Okay, horse and sleigh bundle. This is a photopolymer bundle, a really large sleigh with 2 people in it. You can't really make out their features at all. They're wearing little toboggans on their head, and then they're being pulled by the horse. It's about 5 inches long by about 2 inches tall. Photopolymer, I think I said that. A tree image, a sort of pine needle branch image, a rabbit jumping, like it's hopping, dots for snow, a sort of ground image. This is the stamp set I'm describing. And then the greetings are wishing you a season of cheer and a happy new year, sending warmth your way, and joyful. Yay, Ro, glad you're back. Like a birch tree. Oh, yes. A lot of the trees in the designer paper do look like birch trees. The ones that have no leaves, and they're just like the trunks, so to say. Thank you. Who said that? Let me see. I lost it. You can use journaling pieces to decorate inside the card or name tag on a gift. Perfect, Kelly. I should have been looking at these comments as you guys were, as I was talking. Dawn said like a birch tree. Found it. The paper is gorgeous. Yes, Cindy says beautiful papers. Okay, so that was the stamp set. The dies. Of course, you can die cut out all of the stamped images. They're called horse and sleigh dies. It will be a bundle. cut out all the stamped images. You can cut out details for the sleigh after you stamp it, then, and die cut it out with a die right there. Someone in my team checked for us, and so there's like this curvy image that will be a detail you put on the sleigh there. So like you could do it in gold or whatever. I'm sure people will do amazing things. Maybe there's already samples out there. I have no clue. Haven't looked. Then there is a detailed die to put like your silver or whatever for the metal part of the bottom of the sleigh as well. That's a die. And then the rest are the images that die cut out, the stamped images, plus 2 snowy hills with a little deep embossing detail and 1 blank tree branch or tree or pine needle branch, probably whatever you want to turn that one into. Okay, so that's horse and sleigh. Obviously, it matches the designer paper. Oh, that's a team prize. Sandy, this did not get put with your stuff. Okay. So sorry, everybody. And last but not least, this is the last bundle that we can pre-order. It's called Timeless Charm. It is red rubber. It's flowers and sprigs, different types of leaves on the 4 sprig stamps, 3 different watercolor images in different sizes, which I love because you can just be like, I don't feel like coloring this in. Let me just do a light green on top or whatever. There's an image here that's almost like, it's like dots, but thick dots, like thick strokes, almost in a downward pattern. So you could make it rain. It can just be an accent, of course, or I'm sure people will come up with other stuff. And then 3 greetings. Because of you, we made it through. Thanks for all you do, and happy birthday, my dear. And then the dies, of course, cut out all the stamped images, but then there are these really detailed dies in addition to make your own scenes. So there's basically 2 stems, leaves, and 2 flowers. There's one that's just like a stem that branches off with several flowers on it, different type of flower. A single flower image, just like the one with the couple leaves, grass, more leaves, all your stamped images. There is like 13 dies in there in Timeless Charm. Okay, so that's all available July 6th or now in your starter kit, or if you're a demonstrator already. Any questions, let me know. I also, hold on. This is a card I received in the mail from Linda. So this is a wow card. When you open it, get ready. Boom. So it says you're the best in there as well. So thank you, Linda, for sending me that awesome card. And of course, with some money. So thank you for that as well. And then before I show you my ordering special and get to our stamping, this is my team meeting card swap. It's totally optional every month when we have our team meeting to swap. You can mail it in. You can bring it in person or drop it off at my house. I'd say about half mailed this month, and about half came in person. But anyway, normally we're doing mailing because we're doing Zoom meetings. You just make the number according to the amount of swaps this month. I think it was like 12 or 13 this time. You get back 1 of every card. So it's a great way to build up your collection of cards, learn new techniques, get samples from stamps that you may not own yet. For example, I don't own the Let's Go Fishing stuff yet. So now I have that sample. Anyway, and it's a contest too, and there's a winner, a prize from me for the winner. So I'm going to show you these cards. I don't know if I have all the names, but that one is from Mary Ann. Gorgeous. That's the Crafting With You bundle. This one is, this was, Robin actually ended up demonstrating this at our team meeting. And so I forgot what it was called, a double I don't know, double something, but y'all see how it stands up like that. And then she, because of the way it is, she put the thing on the back so that you can write your note there. Really cool. Betsy, this is the stamp set I used last week. The Earth and Textures, I believe. Betsy made that one. This one's from Tracy. A lot of people, apparently, Countryside Inn is a very popular 12 by 12 designer paper. You guys should get it while it's on sale. Very popular in our team swaps this month. But she used some Earth and Textures there as well. The same one as Betsy's card. And actually, this is not that same paper, but it has the blue in it. This was Sandy. Yep. A little glue stick there. With the Let's Go Fishing. And she put lots of Wink of Stella on these fish. If you can see the shiny there. Then we have, hey, Landa, Scott just started his car. He should be on his way. Marilyn's card with the crafting together, whatever it's called. Look at that. This was Kelly's card. Oh, boom, Linda's card. Gorgeous. I mean, you might have been like, oh, what was this called? Seaside something. It was in the mini catalog and the designer paper retired. So if you thought it was like unusable now, no, it works with current papers, and she just stamped to make that background gorgeous. Martha, I think this is the stamp set that we could pre-order. I think translucent something. Martha, if you're here, tell me. Robin. Okay, double. Here you go, Ro. Double twisted easel fun fold was Robin's card. And then this one, again, I think this is a stamp set we could pre-order. Demonstrators could, and it's coming out later. So, but either way, whatever, Martha, gorgeous card. And then the balloons. This is Yolanda's. Love my favorite fun fold there. Dorothy's with, of course, the very popular daisies. Forgot the full name. And then this is the one everybody voted as the winner. Linda Harrell made this one. So check it out. It extends to that long of a length. It has these score marks. This actually looks very simple to make, but I mean, not simple with all the coloring and die cutting she did. It's amazing with the Zoo Crew, but not a difficult fold to make. Then your friends can display it like that on their table, their fireplace, whatever they want to do. Okay, so lots of swaps this month. Thank you guys for participating in the swaps, team members, because it's totally optional, obviously, or we would have 200 of them. And yeah, they were awesome. Okay, right before we start stamping, I'll remind you of my ordering special. When you place your online order in this month, June 2023, you will receive, if it's $25 or more and you use the host code, you will receive a class packet to make these 4 cards with the Earth and Textures bundle. This will get mailed to you in July. You will stamp and assemble at home, but we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything we can. That's free with a $25 order. With 50 or more, let me find my graphic because I forgot what it is. Oh yeah. So with 50 or more, you also get, in addition to the class kit, you also get the neutrals adhesive back sequins. So you get both of those things with 50 or more. There they are. You get a new pack though. And if you go over 150, don't use the host code. After all, I will still give you these, and Stampin' Up will give you at least $15 in free merchandise. So I have an ordering special every month. You can always take advantage of that and get this free class packet. Just make sure you use that host code unless you go over 150. And I have a video on how to do that and all that stuff. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. I have a video on how to add the host code is what I meant. Okay, so today's cards are using the inked and tiled bundle. So the bundle is actually the stamp set and these 2 punches. trying to get the reflections off there. So Inked and Tiled is a red rubber stamp set. It is 12 stamps. You have a large sprig with leaves, 5 leaves on it, a really tall flower, really tall, about 4 inches tall, 2 stems, 2 leaves, 2 flowers. They're almost like a tulip style, but they're not a tulip. A single flower with no stems or anything that's more like a daisy style, but it's not a daisy at all. It's like just, I don't know how many petals. It's like one big petal there. There's this like sort of like you drag ink to make lines stamp that you can use as texture and backgrounds. It's not in there because I'm going to stamp with it apparently. Then there's a smaller stem that breaks off into 2 stems and has 2 smaller flowers on it. These are all solid, all one stamps, not 2-step stamping, but distinctive. So when you stamp, you're going to get light and dark, and you can just stamp at one time and be done. There's this weird little background thing that I couldn't figure out what to do with. It's almost like an asterisk, but super faded out, and not all the lines are there with little dots at the end. Couldn't figure out what to do with that one. And then last but not least, all the words. Happy birthday, hello friend, lots of love, just a note, congratulations, and thank you. Now the punches don't exactly match the designer paper that comes in this suite if you purchase it, Inked Botanical 6x6 designer paper. But it's 2 punches that come together. You can purchase, of course, the stamp set separately, the punches separately, or the bundle and save 10%. But anyway, there's this really thick X, and then this pattern here, which is basically like 2 squares offset on top of each other. They're about 1 and 5/8 tall on the square, and about 1 1/4 for the X. You can layer these on top of each other, of course, and all that stuff. There is a designer paper these punches match better, and it is the Stack. It actually has some images in it that match those patterns. This one here, this is a partial pack. But see the squares there. It's called Delightfully Eclectic, and it's going to have some images throughout, not all of them, not every paper, but that coordinate with that. That's the same one. I saw another one. Anyway, so you could match it up with that as well. Okay, and then the paper is, as I just mentioned, called Inked Botanicals. It's 6x6. I'm just going to flip through it real quick here. The patterns you see at the front are the ones I used on my cards today, so I have cut them up, and the rest I have not cut up because I haven't had time to do anything else with this yet. Gorgeous, just the same style, the super watercolory looking solid flowers and leaves, then background patterns. We've got Lost Lagoon, Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry. There's another color I'm trying to remember. Oh, Petal Pink. I did punch out an X, but I didn't use it. I'm trying to think if there was one more color. I can look at the paper, obviously. Oh, Pool Party. I believe those are all the colors used in these papers. Hopefully I'm showing this well enough. So there we go. Now, the cards I'm making today with Inked and Tiled are my Stamp a Stack cards. So this is a class that you can take this month, and this is the last month to take the class or join the club at the low price. Next month, I will be raising those prices, as I mentioned already. So this month, you can join the club for Stamp a Stack, which is 12 cards, 4 designs, over 20 in merchandise. You can join the club and you will only pay $30 a month to get all of that. But you'll make 12 cards. I just have 1 of each in here for my video today, and I only have 3 because I'm just for time's sake, I'm only making 3, and I'll show you the 4th one. But you would get 12, so it's a whole big thick pack. And here is the packet for card number 1. Card number 1. And my supplies this time are in the bucket because this is a class that I will offer where you can pick up these supplies from my house and take them to your house and stamp. I call them the tubs. So that's where I'll be taking the stamps that I need and the ink and everything out of. Your card base is Calypso Coral for card number 1. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. We take an 8.5 by 11 piece of Calypso Coral cardstock in this case and cut it in half, and then just fold it in half with the bone folder. You will get less wrinkles on the inside by doing that, and this will fit into the invitation size envelope, or which is we call medium, which we carry in white and vanilla, and also clear, which is my favorite. Then all your other supplies will be in the clear envelope. Now, of course, you're getting over $20 in merchandise with this class. So you're going to get some gems. You're going to get some ribbon. You're going to get some designer paper. You will cut your own designer paper, so it will not be cut up in the packet like mine is. I cut it for the video, but we cut everything else. Okay, so then we have a layer of basic white next. All of these measurements will be on my blog, stamptherapist.com, 11 a.m. Central today, which is, I feel like it's already 11. It's 10 o'clock. In 1 hour, I'll be there. And then we'll have 2 pre-die cut circles from the Stylish Shapes dies. I'll try to go in a little closer, which are, I have right here. Where are they? So these are the Stylish Shapes dies. I actually have all the dies I'm actually using in the class pulled out into a baggie for my helpers, but that's where the 2 circles came from. Again, I have those measurements on the blog. So one is Lost Lagoon, and then the smaller one is Basic White. And then also from the same dies, Stylish Shapes, I have a Basic White and a Lost Lagoon. Sorry, let me just do the Basic White. I have a Basic White banner. And then this is the shimmer, what is it called? Soft shimmer paper, I believe. 12 by 12. I have it here, but I've buried it. Trying to pull it out without knocking all my stuff over. This paper right here. So it's a shimmer. It is Lost Lagoon in color, and we will pre-die cut that for you. Soft shimmer 12 by 12 specialty paper. Berry Burst, Bubble Bath, Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy, and Pretty Peacock. This is a gorgeous paper that you definitely are going to want. It's 12 by 12. It's shimmery. It's gorgeous. And actually, 2 other colors would have matched with the cards today with the designer paper. These 2, the navy and the peacock, also match really well. I just did not end up using them, but I kind of was going to, and then it didn't work out. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on the 2 circles. I'm going to stamp on the 2 white pieces. Some scratch paper here. I'm going to stamp what? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place for my stamps because the tub. Okay. I am stamping this flower. As you can see, actually it won't be in coral. I'm borrowing Landa's stamps for this class. Oh, it is in coral, but there's another card where it's not. So as you can see, it's in coral, and as you can see, this leaf is in Lost Lagoon. And then the card is going to say thank you in Calypso Coral. These are labeled for class, obviously. Okay, so we got our smaller circle here. I think I only used 3 color inks for this class, unless I left one out. I don't know. But I have Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, and Pool Party pulled out. Okay, so Calypso Coral. Let's do the flowers. Tap, tap, tap. You don't want to press hard when you ink because you don't want to get ink all over the edges of this red rubber or photopolymer. And then this flower will just go toward the right, toward the top, hanging off the edges there on the circle. So pretty. See how it stamps? So gorgeous. Now there are ways you can stamp these in multiple colors. I decided not to do that for this class. Because I just decided not to do that for this class. I'm going to clean this stamp off. But you can use sponges, markers, blending brushes. There's many different ways to get more than one color on a stamp. And then Lost Lagoon for my large leaf image. And it's just going to go right beside the flowers, maybe touching them a little bit. Over here on the left, the leaves are actually curved, so that matches this circle really well. Can't remember. Okay, I was seeing if I needed to clean those off for another card I'm making today. And then my greeting will be in Calypso Coral. Actually, every greeting ended up being in Calypso Coral for all of the cards. But anyway, thank you. And then we can put this card together. So I have 2 pieces of the designer paper here. So you will cut this yourself in your packet. Remember, you're making 3 of each design, 4 designs, 3 of each for the Stamp-A-Stack. And you can still register for this class through June 18th. Okay, so these are 2 inches by 5 inches. You'll cut it yourself. And the patterns I'm using that are here on the front are a Lost Lagoon with dark Lost Lagoon leaves all over. They're very distressed. There's a little bit of white leaves also. And yeah, that's that one. And then this other piece is Calypso Coral. Very dark background Calypso Coral, and then light Calypso Coral and light white distressed leaves all over. Each of the leaves are a little different than the stamp I just did. Okay, so because I'm going to show you why I decided to put what color where. The coral flowers are stamped on the right, so I'm going to put the lagoon paper on the right, and then just the opposite, Lost Lagoon leaves on the left, so coral designer paper on the left, so that it contrasts, I guess. And what I'm going to do is tear off the sides. So I want the pattern that's going to be on the front of the card facing me, and the piece I'm pulling off, holding it towards me instead of backwards. And what that does is make the white of the paper show, white of the inside of the designer paper. And you can go in kind of a little, different heights there basically. And I'm tearing off the right side on that one. And then on this right piece, I want to tear off the left side. But what I'll do to do that is, which it doesn't really matter, but just so my brain works, I'll flip it upside down so I can pull toward me. Don't worry if you don't want to over tear. If you don't tear off enough, you can tear a little bit more, because what you want to do is when you put these back on the basic white with a little border on the 2 or the 3 sides, you want it to be all white in the center. So if they're touching too much and it bothers you, just tear a little bit more off. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, all the measurements will be over on the blog today. And there we go. So that looks good to me. So I'm going to start putting this together. Grab my Stampin' Seal. We'll attach this coral designer paper on the left side of the basic white with about an 1/8 inch border on the 3 sides there. And the same thing for the right side with the Lost Lagoon and about an 1/8 inch border. Then this piece goes on my card base, which is Calypso Coral. Then the white circle that I stamped will go on my Lost Lagoons pre-die cut stylish shape circle, flat, and then I'll put dimensionals on the back of that for, or just because. For what reason? Because I want to. I'm just going to use 4. That's all we need, in my opinion. And I'll place this circle toward the top, toward the left. Something like that. And then for my greeting, I'm going to add adhesive to the back of the white piece that says thank you and just offset it on this banner, because the banner, the shimmer banner, is the same exact size. So to be able to have that show in the background, I just offset them. I did look in the dies, but the next size up banner is huge. This size here. And it was going to be way too big to be in the background of that banner. They're not really made to layer like that in that particular set. So I just offset them, and then I will place this so that it's hanging a little bit on the left side. It's touching the circle, and the right is hanging off. So I want dimensionals on the right for sure. Keep only tearing off the top. And then I can also do a dimensional on the bottom left on the back, but this top left will be touching the circle, which is raised up. So I just put adhesive there. Goes there. Gorgeous. Then let's add some ribbon. So this ribbon, which you'll be getting, I think, half a roll with your fee, is the Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon. But it's like a 1/4 inch wide. It's gorgeous. It's sort of linen-y looking to me. It's got a tiny bit of white mixed in. It's still very thin as far as not too thick to tie a bow, all that stuff. And I want a pretty large bow, but remember, always tie your bows from the roll or from your half a roll or whatever you got, if possible, so that you can save ribbon and don't waste. And so I'm going to make 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between the 2 ears. I'm making these pretty large loops, a nice long tail on the left side, and the right here is still attached to my roll. Right loop over the left, and then push that down into the rabbit hole. Check these comments, by the way. I'm like totally clicked off of them. Good morning, Shirley. Where did the grid paper come from? Love it. I'll have to look. Janet. I don't remember. Okay, so I did the bow, and now you have to fix it, of course. So I want this pretty large just because this card, I think it's gorgeous, but it's got a lot, it's like not blank space, but it's got a lot of, quote, blank space. We're just going to fill it up with a bow. So something like that on the bow size. Let me just make the loops match a little better. That's just where you keep adjusting and all that. Okay, so let me trim. Let me look at this scratch. Oh, this scratch paper. Do we still sell this, y'all? Is this the, I can't remember which one this is. I feel like it was on clearance at one point. Anybody before I go look it up? But this scratch paper is in our, if we still sell it, it's in the online store in the branded merchandise category. And we have another one. I can't remember which is which now. I can't remember if this is the current one or an old one. I'm going to look at my online store. Okay, so the bow might be a little too big, but I'll leave it that way for now. So I'll grab a mini glue dot. Don't touch the dot. By the way, just fold this paper back so now your dot is flat against this whole roll to press and pick it up. There's our bow. Let me see. Hey, Stella, no problem. Love the tear design. Thank you, Facebook user. Let's see. Pat, thank you so much. Rhonda says cute card. Uh, Linda. Yes, it's a pre-order. I got mine. What's up? Oh, translucent florals. Thank you, Martha. And or Robin says Martha's was translucent florals. It was a pre-order. Jeanne got hers. I actually messed up and missed the deadline on that pre-order. Like it was 100% my fault. So now I have to wait till it comes out. But I'm definitely getting it after seeing Martha's sample. That was the whole, like, it's too much to explain here about how demonstrators could get it. Cindy really likes the horse and sleigh bundle. Is it a zinnia? Girl, I don't know. Somebody else can say yes or no, though. Love the design of the front, like how you stamped opposite side from DSP. Thank you. Who said that? Julie. Because at first I literally put coral on this side and Lost Lagoon on this side, and I was like, wait, I should flip that. Thanks, Stacy. Thanks, Sherry. Okay, so I'm gonna look up real quick in my store menu, view all. Clean this up on it. It's always slow. And then I'm going to go to what I call it, branded merchandise. See if it's here. Oh no, we have a new designer paper here. We have a new one for the 23 to 25 in colors in branded merchandise. Oh, it is here. Okay, 2022 to 2024 in color grid paper. We still sell it, $9. You get all 5 in colors from the Tahitian Tide one. 25 sheets, and it's the big, I just have mine folded, and excuse me, but it's torn. There's a Stampin' Up logo there. So it's a branded merchandise, and there's another one in there for the new in colors as well. So hopefully that's helpful to anybody. Anyone can purchase that, customers and demonstrators. Of course, demonstrators get their discount because they just always get their discount. All right. Oh, this card is actually not finished. I'm going to add dots to it, and based on the amount I'm giving you with your class fee of the iridescent pastel gems, so that we have enough for all 12 cards, I used, and I like how it looks, I used one of each of the small. You get, honestly, I forget what blue they call this, but blue, Calypso Coral, and clear. So we're going to use one of each in the small on this card. So I got a blue one there, a clear one, and a coral one. And they're just right here in the middle of up there in the white space between the two images. So that is card number 1 of the video. Make sure you make a comment so you can be entered to win these cards I'm making today, have a chance to win. But also, this is my Stamp a Stack class this month. So you can make 3 of those. We cut, die, cut, punch, and boss. You just cut your DSP and stamp and assemble. And you can take that class for only $30. Okay. Card number 2. Card 2. Right here. So for this card, we have a basic white card base. 5.5, 8.5. Fold that in half. I just align the corners on the table and butt it up against my thumbnail so that it's all straight, and then do all the folding with my bone folder to get less wrinkles on the inside. This will be portrait. The last card was portrait as well. And then, of course, you'll have all your pieces in the clear envelope, except we won't cut your designer paper. You'll cut that. The next layer is Calypso Coral. And then you will have in your packet 2 strips of cardstock here, Lost Lagoon and Petal Pink, and they will be, the measurements for these will be on the blog. But let me show you how. So this bigger Lost Lagoon will go on the left side of the card, and then the Petal Pink is a smaller strip. It will go down toward the bottom, straight across. And then you'll have pre-die cut a Lost Lagoon label and a basic white label. They nest in size, and they're from the Something Fancy dies. These dies right here. And I think those are the only two sizes in that particular shape. It's like a tag shape. So there's a smaller one and a larger one. So the smaller one's white, the larger one is Lost Lagoon. But that's the Something Fancy dies. And then you will cut your designer paper, which I'll talk about when I glue it together, to put on these two rectangles of cardstock. So for the stamping on this card, we're just going to stamp on the white tag. First thing we'll do is add the greeting. I'm putting happy birthday on this card. If you do take this class in person or check out the supplies, I mentioned this already, but all of the greetings are going to be in Calypso Coral because I don't like my ink pads to get messed up, obviously, with people changing colors. But because they're all Calypso Coral, you'll be able to sort of mix and match greetings within the cards. Like this one could say thank you instead or whatever. But anyway, I'm using happy birthday personally. So bottom right. So the tag is facing straight up like portrait style. The little decorative thing is on top. And happy birthday will be in the bottom right-hand corner. And then we'll have to dig for the stamp. I'm going to use Lost Lagoon ink. And from the stamp set, this is the small flower image, not the single flower, but it's a small stem with two, dig here. It breaks off into two flowers at the top. If anyone wants to name what kind of flower this is, please feel free. I'm making a hot mess of my tub over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is ink this up in Lost Lagoon. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. You don't want ink on the edges. See, I even got some right there, and I shouldn't have. You can wipe that off if there's a danger that you're going to press too hard, which let's just hope I don't. So I'm going to stamp this toward the top left of this tag and then pick it up and stamp it again down a little bit to the right so that it's the image twice, one dark and one light, and they're right above the word happy birthday. Hopefully that makes sense. And you can see it there. And that's it for stamping. We can, oh, I lied. It's not it for stamping. I'm going to make a background on this Calypso Coral piece here in Calypso Coral with this gorgeous single flower stamp. It's just like, again, one flower, very distressed, very artsy, and it's round and with a dark center. Just one single flower there. And mainly the right side of this coral is what's going to show. So that's where I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp some of the flowers dark and some I will stamp on my scratch paper first and go on to the cardstock. I'm just kind of looking at my original sample, to be honest, to see where to stamp these. So something like that. You will have the PDF instructions, of course, when you make yours to do the same thing as me and look at that picture and see where to stamp those. But look how gorgeous. It'll be great stamped as a focal point on a card as well, but just as a background, it's really, really pretty. Okay, now we can put it together. So I'll go ahead and attach that coral I just stamped onto my card base. Hey, Elaine in Oregon, good to see you. Hey, Charlotte, have you used the little pieces from the Something Fancy dies? Oh, no, like twice, Julie. So she asked if I use these little pieces here. You probably know this, but they make little like keyholes or eyelets or whatever. You can cut them in anything, but especially in those dies that I'm right here, that I'm using on this card. So you can cut these little openings. They fit on both of them. I would only do one probably. Anyway, And here's the shape. So there's like a teardrop, some little leaves, and like a tulip. So I've only used them a couple of times, to be honest, because if my helpers have to then go back and align this and cut it for everybody, they might not like me as much. Um, so I think we used it on a meeting, some meeting make and takes, and maybe one other thing I did. But it looks gorgeous when you do it, and it adds so much detail. But that's what they're for, in case y'all didn't know. And she said, have I used them? Barely. But y'all know I'm a more of a, let's cut a big giant thing and not a bunch of holes and stuff person. Okay, so Calypso Coral onto the card base, which is white, and this is measurements on the blog. I will attach the white tag to the Lost Lagoon tag flat. See how they layer so beautifully. And then right here I have my designer paper, which I've cut down. So this is the design. It's almost a very vanilla background, but it does have white in it. See these white like lines? So that justifies me personally using white paper in it. It's almost yellow too. I'm not sure what color that's. Maybe it's very, very light crushed curry. But it gives a vanilla vibe. But anyway, there's some white. But this piece has long stem flowers, Lost Lagoon stems and leaves, and then coral, petal pink, and crushed curry flowers on top. And they're kind of in a style of like, again, tulip, but not a tulip. So that piece is cut to layer onto the large Lost Lagoon piece. And then actually the other piece I used is the back side of that. See how it's cut the other direction? When you cut this 5-inch piece, I think it's 5 inches, where's the ruler, of designer paper. If you cut the 5 inches first, you have an inch left over. Is that right? Is this 1 inch? No, I went bigger than an inch, so never mind. That's not even going to work. But you'll have plenty. Oh, wait. Okay. My goodness. When you cut the 4 7/8 designer paper, you'll have written instructions, don't worry. You will have a 1 1/8 inch piece left over, a strip, and you can use that on this. Aha. So, but you'll have plenty of paper if you mess that up, and you'll still be able to cut it from your other designer paper, because you get 4 sheets in a pack. Okay, so in the back, by the way, is Calypso Coral with evenly distributed dots of petal pink, but they're not all solid. They're a little, some are more distressed than others. Really pretty. And then, so I'm going to attach my Lost Lagoon with the designer paper on it here on the left, and I've cut it to the size so that you basically get that 1/8 inch border on the 3 left sides. And then the petal pink cardstock with the dotted designer paper on it just goes down here toward the bottom, across the center. It kind of just can align exactly on the left side with the Lost Lagoon paper, and just wherever it ends up on the right. And then I will add some Stampin' Dimensionals to my, I like to use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals to my tag. I'm just going to do 3. It's like a little triangle there. My Lost Lagoon tag. And place that where it covers coral, designer paper, touches all 3. And then to finish this card off, we will add some gems and a bow. Let's see what color. I used the blue ones on this card. So 1 large and 1 small. Over here at the top right of the white tag. Iridescent pastel gems. And then the bow, I showed how to make a bunny ear bow earlier, so I'm not going to go through that in slow motion, but I want this one a lot smaller, so I used a lot less ribbon, and I'm just going to keep pulling until pull on the tails until it's the size I want for the scale of this card. I want the bow to go at the top of the tag, you know, so it's smaller. Again, no waste on the one side. Match up the tail. And we're good to go. And that is that card. Finished. Remember, fold it, actually bend it physically, the paper on the glue dots. There we go. Card number 2. This stamp set looks like pressed flowers to me. Very good description, Janet. Very good description. Definitely looks like pressed flowers. I agree. Xana got caught up with distractions, sister, and calls. That's funny. Ooh, Julie, I'm glad you're leaning toward this DSP. Love the layout, love the paper, but never got the bundle. Now you're making me want it. Need to use my dies more often, right, Julie? We both do. Thank you, Jackie. Awesome. So that's card number 2 for that you have a chance to win today, and card 2 of the Stamp-A-Stack. And then the last one I'm going to make today, card number 3. Here's my pieces. Move that cellophane bag. Card 3. So this one has a pool party base, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it up. This card is also portrait, so all 3 and the 4th one actually that I'm not making are all portrait today. Then the next pieces on this one are petal pink, and then this petal pink has been embossed with the time-worn type embossing folder. This one here, it's a 6x6 folder. It's been embossed with that. And then in your packet, you will have 2 pre-die cut labels from the Nested Labels dies. These are amazing, amazing new dies. You must have them. I already own 2 sets so that I can send some with my helpers and have more here to design with. So you have all these images or these shapes that nest into each other. 4 rounded corner rectangles, which are stitched, 4 banners, and then 4 of this shape here, which was the one where I was like, I must own this now. So I don't know if there's a name to this shape, but it's like if you took a rectangle and then popped out the 2 left and right sides and made them pointed. That's what shape it is. And there's 4 of those. So I used the largest with Lost Lagoon, and the next one down in basic white. And then from the Something Fancy dies, which is the ones we were talking about earlier with the little keyhole things, the Something Fancy dies, it comes with this one die, this sort of single standalone that is a 1/2-inch piece of cardstock with each end cut at an angle. So it just gives you that perfect shape. So we cut that, or we will cut it in basic white, and then one in my favorite dazzling, what is it called? More Dazzle paper. So this paper now, you can purchase it in the annual. It is champagne and gold. It's the best paper we've literally ever sold, in my Jennifer Cotton opinion. I love the glitter in this paper, and of course it doesn't flake off. I mean, although there's like one here, but it doesn't flake off bad at all. But just the chunkiness of it, but yet it's a pattern. I love it so much. So we're going to do something similar to the other card where we cut that shimmer paper for you, where we layer these 2 to give a background there. Okay, but for my stamping, I just need to stamp on my 2 white pieces, basically. And let me grab the stamps I need. Okay. Oh, this stamp from earlier. So see how this one says coral? I'm going to borrow Landis stamps, and I'll have one that says Lost Lagoon. So we're going to actually, yes, that's correct. Lost Lagoon is what color we'll stamp it in. And then my card is going to say congratulations, but you'll have some choices. And of course, I know when y'all make these at home, you can use there's so many different greetings you probably own. If you're like, oh, I don't really want a congratulations card, let me grab this other stamp set and do this or whatever. Okay, Lost Lagoon. This is the big flower I used on the first card. Long stem, 2 leaves, 2 flowers. I'm not sure if this is the one you were saying was a zinnia. Rhonda. Anyway, I'm just going to stamp that basically right in the middle of the white label and let the bottom hang off if needed so that the full top of the flowers show. Very simple. And then congratulations in Calypso Coral on the banner. Slightly crooked. Don't have time to cut another one. We'll just deal with it. Okay. Then for the designer paper, I have this piece here, which is the side I'm using is Lost Lagoon with flowers on it that are similar to the single round flower. They're slightly different, but they're very similar. Very like pressed flower look, abstract, artsy, etc. Anyway, and there's dark Lost Lagoon. Actually, the background might be pool party. And then we have Lost Lagoon flowers and white flowers. So again, I'll put the measurements on the blog for that, but it's a kind of large piece. I think it's 3 inches wide. And that will go over here on the right of the Petal Pink designer paper. Of the Petal Pink embossed cardstock. So there'll be some blank space on the left because it's only 3 inches wide, about an 1/8 inch border on the 3 sides. And then we'll attach that to the card base. You don't need a ton of adhesive if you're using Stampin' Seal, but you do want a little extra when your paper is embossed really thick like this. And then the flowers, the white piece goes flat onto the Lost Lagoon piece. What y'all are doing here? I call it the mirror ball paper. Yes, Janet. Yes, it's exactly how it looks. It is a mirror ball. You are right. We need to put that paper, I'm sure somebody's done it already, as a mirror ball with the dancing zany zoo people, right? Totally. Okay. So let me do dimensionals. I'll use my minis on the back of the big old nested label piece here. And then that will go toward the left. So it'll hang off the designer paper a little bit onto the Petal Pink a little bit over to the left. And then I'm going to add a little adhesive to I'm going to add a lot of adhesive to the back of my congratulations, but just at the bottom, and then stick that to the mirror ball paper. I love that name. The More Dazzle. By the way, I used champagne on this card. I thought the gold was a little much. And then I'll add Stampin' Dimensionals to this. I definitely want to make sure I overlap the 2 pieces, like touch both at one time. So I'm going to use 4 on this piece because of that. Oh, wait, that's not even right. Hold on. I'm going to use 2 on one side, on the right side. I forgot it's going to hang off the already raised up piece here. And then I'll add adhesive on the left back. But point is, on the side where you are putting dimensionals, overlap them on the 2 pieces so that they don't end up coming apart somehow because it's specialty paper and all that. So this greeting will go a little bit below that bump out in the center of the nested label. Hang off to the right, on top of it on the left. And then we need iridescent pastel gems and a bow. This will be like a medium bow. A little bigger than the last one, a little smaller than the first one. Love this Lost Lagoon ribbon though. Love it. The texture. This is another one, like a few we have this year, where I'm like, I wish we sold that exact ribbon in other colors, additional colors. I like Lost Lagoon, but I'll put the bow down there to a little below the greeting to the left a little bit. And then this is going to have the clear gems. I was thinking, do they call them clear? I'm not even sure. Okay, I'm going to put a large one bottom left and two small ones in this top white section here. This is my favorite of the cards for this class. I love the Petal Pink and Lost Lagoon together. The more I've finally made, enough class samples to have played with all the new colors more and together, and like it totally makes sense to me why Stampin' Up brought back the colors they did and put in the new colors they put in, if that makes sense, because they all, along with what they kept, it all mixes and matches together so well. I'm like, yeah, I guess y'all did know what y'all were doing. So OMG, those dies that way could also be used as a coffin. Ooh, yes, girl. That is a Halloween coffin. Definitely. My favorite too. Yes, Jackie. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Stacy. Okay, so that's card 3 in the Stampa stack. I do have the 4th card. Now, if you remember back from the beginning, there is a bundle. There is 2 punches. I did use the punch one time on the last card. So here it is. Right there. Hello, friend. But that was the only time I used it. Okay, so these are the 4 cards. Oh, the 3 from today's video plus the 4th one. Let me bring my camera back out a little bit. Hopefully I'm making sense. I made the first 3 and the 4th one is the 4th card of the Stampa stack. Just didn't make it on the video today. So that is a class or club you can sign up for and join right now. The deadline is June 18th. The club price and class prices are going up next month, so make sure you join now. Xana says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who saw a coffin. Right? We like think we're morbid or whatever. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Robin. Robin's one of my, if not practically founding club members. So thank you, Robin. Thank you, Sue. Thanks. Let's see, Pat. Thank you so much. All right. Well, everyone, Rhonda saw it too. Don't worry. Although I had not thought about the coffin yet, so I can't include myself on that. But I totally see it now. So anyone seeing this video has a plan for Halloween cards already. Hopefully Stampin' Up will come out with some amazing Halloween samples, right? Or stamps. Samples. I don't know what I'm saying. So thank you guys so much. Everyone have a wonderful day. By the way, next week, I'm going to attempt to go live on Wednesday. I cannot do Thursday or Friday. So I'm going to attempt for Wednesday, assuming I get everything designed and finished in time. I will do that. But of course, I'll post as usual my reminders and updates about that and email them out. Love all the color schemes. Thanks, Marcella. Definitely based on the designer paper, of course. So even if you don't have a designer paper, checking out the colors listed in the catalog will help you, help all of us come up with colors to mix and match. But yeah, Lost Lagoon and Petal Pink, so pretty together. Also with the coral, like it's just I agree, good color combos from Stampin' Up. Linda's saying thank you. You guys liked her card. Xana says Wednesday's better anyway. Love it. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Stacy and Sherry. All right. Well, everyone have a great day and week. And I guess hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday. If I can get all my stuff together, I will see you Wednesday for sure. All right. Have a great day. Bye.